Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Padash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well, learn His truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are your sisters that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see from the title, it's going to be basically titled, Eve Shares a Dream About the MOTB, building off of this video I got from the brother, the Hopeful Elect 3. And as you can see, the Lord is pouring out His Spirit upon all flesh. You see, as He said He would do in the scriptures, you see in these times that we're living in. And there's no coincidence that you have a lot of people that are ultimately having these dreams and visions about the MOTB and about other future prophecies that the Lord is ultimately going to bring to pass. Because ultimately we are in those times and seasons, you see, where a lot of these things are about to manifest. You see, so that's why the Lord is ultimately allowing a lot of people to have visions and dreams about these things, man. You see? So we're going to get into this video. But before I start, I'm going to say fair use. I'm not getting paid for this video. Fair use.
Hi all, so this is my dream that I'm sharing with you guys about the mark of the beast. The other night I had a dream.
Right, and I'm going to actually read that precept that the brother posted. That's Joel chapter 2 verse 28. And it says, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions." And this is ultimately what we see how Bahashem Yahweh Shai doing in these times. Like I said, that's why you constantly keep having people having these dreams about these different prophetic visions that are going to come to pass, man. Because ultimately, a lot of these dreams that the people are having, it goes according to prophecy, man. And the main ones that the people are having are mainly the ones about the MOTBC, right? And that's all by design from the Lord. Because like I said, these times are coming, right?
About mark of the beast. And in this dream, God was revealing to me as I was asleep. I was in a mall. I saw what I was wearing. I was wearing like a light pink. And I saw other people who had on robes. Their robes was red and black. And we began to walk in like a unison form, like a form line. And we began to walk. We walked outside. And there were people that began to sit down against a fence. And there was this lady. As I looked to my left and right, I saw everybody had like a chip in their hand, and it was like glowing or whatever. And the lady asked me, she was like, "Wait, let me see your hand. You don't have a mark. You're not marked, by the beast. You don't have a mark." And I'm like, yeah, I don't want one. And I walked away. And that's when I woke up. I woke up and I prayed, right? So then when I prayed, I actually went back to sleep and began to continue on in the same dream. And in this dream, this time, I was in the spirit. I was no longer there. I was in the spirit, so I was seeing what was going on. And I saw like this form, it was like a stand. It was like a white stand. And where like I can read off of the thing, and there was four stages of the mark of the beast. There's going to be 4 stages in which the elites and they would try to push this in the Antichrist, right? So number 1 was the free will. So number 1, you will have free will to get this mark. You will have the free will to get it. So
well, and we hear what it is she's saying, and she's absolutely wrong about that, because ultimately, if you're not of the Lord's elect, you see the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, then you're ultimately going to take the MOTB anyway. And there's no such thing as free will, you see, because at the end of the day, everything that's happening is ultimately going according to the will of the Lord. And everything has ultimately already been written out in the beginning, you see. And now these things are just going to play themselves out now in this present time. But if you're not of the elect of the nation of Israel, more than likely, you're going to receive the mark anyway, you see. So there is no such thing as free will, you see. It's all going according to the will of the Lord, right? And if you're not of that number, like I said, then more than likely you're going to get chipped, right?
some people have already received this, but this time is people. It's just going to be different going forward in the future. It's just going to be a lot different. This chip, this type of chip, is just different. This is a new system that they're trying to make. It's a beast system, but the first one would be etching free will. No force, free will, right? These are for the people who lack discernment, who are not followers of. They're just going to get it at free will. They don't care. Number 2 is going to be celebrity.
All right, and you hear what it is she's saying, and like I said before, the Lord is going to put the Spirit on them to take it. You see, only way you're going to take it is if the Lord is not with you. You see, if you're not a part of the elect, then you're ultimately going to take that device. You see, with no questions asked, like she basically is saying. But ultimately, we know that the Lord is controlling the minds of men. You see, it tells you in Proverbs 19:21, there be many devices in a man's heart. You see, meaning his mind, but nevertheless the counsel of the Lord shall stand. So really, like I said, at the end of the day, all of these things goes back to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And if you're not at the elect, then you're ultimately going to take the RFID hip. You see? Just had to, basically speak on that, because like I said, there is no such thing as free will. You see, if you take that mark, then ultimately the Lord is not dealing with you, man. You see, and he ultimately is the one that made you take it. You see?
Influence. So there is going to be an outpouring of celebrities, right? There's going to be like a mob of celebrities, like a group of celebrities that are going to try to influence their followers to try to get this mark, right? That is going to be the number 2 stage. So third.
Right. And you hear what it is she's saying, and she absolutely right. Because we know just like what happened in 2021, which that Jungle Juice, that C19 that came out, they had a lot of celebrities pushing that. You see, so what make you think it ain't going to be the same thing when the MOTB hits the scene? They're definitely going to have celebrities pushing it. You see, and because they know that a lot of these people, they idolize and worship celebrities. So if they put a celebrity face in the forefront that a lot of people look up to, then guess what? That'll ultimately make a lot of these people, take that mark, you see? And that is going to be what this devil is going to use, because he's going to come with all type of tactics to deceive people, man. You see, that's why it tells you in 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan, right, meaning our adversary, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. That goes into this man's schemes and his tricks, his plots, you see, his tactics, because this man is going to use all type of different methods to try to get people to take that device, man. But like I said, the only people that are going to take it are those that are not sealed by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that are not of the elect. You see, if you're not of that number, then you're going to take the mark. You see, that's why we say Lord's will, we're of that number, man, because at the end of the day, we don't know our lots. We don't know if we're the elect. You see, because you got a lot of people that say, oh, I'm not going to take it, and oh, I never will take it, and all of that different stuff. I mean, hey, people don't know. You don't know what the Lord has planned for you, man. You see, that's why we say Lord's willing, we make it through this hour. And like I said, we got to be a part of the elect. That's the only way we're going to make it through this time. You see, this hour of testing, the Lord has to be with us. You see?
One would be practical force. So this is basically practically forcing you to get this, get the mark by saying you can't work, or no food, no supplies, not being able to provide for your family. And a lot of, like how they did with during the pandemic, they basically practically force people to get this mark. Because if they can't provide for their family,
Right, and you hear what it is she's saying, and that's exactly what they're going to do, man. They're going to tell a lot of people you can't buy, you can't sell, you ultimately can't work, you can't, financially depend or provide for your family or yourself without taking this device. Because like I said, this is what's coming. You see, this is going to be the new form of money, new form of currency, man. The only way you're going to be able to do business is if you take this Karagma. That's why in this time that we're ultimately coming into, the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to have that trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because ultimately the Lord is, like I said before, is the only one that can bring you through this hour of testing. You see, you're not going to be able to get yourself through this time. The Spirit of the Lord is going to have to truly be dealing with you. You see? But yeah, a lot of people are going to take it, man. You see? That's why the scriptures tells us right here. I'm going to grab 1 John chapter 2. And I'm going to read verse 15, right? In the KJV. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man or woman love the world, the love of the Father is not in them. You see, so if you still have attachments to this place, America, and you love this world and you love everything in it, you don't want to let this place go, then guess what? More than likely, you're going to take that device. You see, if you love this place and you depended upon it and you don't want to see this place go down, you see, you want to hold on to this place and, you know, continue to thrive in this place, America, then hey, you're going to take that device, man. You see, no ifs, ands, or but about it. All right, verse 16. For all that is in the world, right, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world, man. You see, all of those things are of the world. And all of those things are ultimately going to be destroyed. And anybody that ultimately love those things, you're going to be destroyed as well. You see, if you love all of the pleasures of life, you see, because this world, as you people know, is going to pass away. And it's passing away soon, man. You see, because once this MOTB hits the scene, not too far after that, hey, the Lord is going to destroy this place, America, with thermonuclear missiles. That's what's ultimately going to befall upon the people that receive this mark, man. You see, right along with the laser beams of the chariots. So you're going to be destroyed if you take this mark, man. Right? Verse 17, and the world passeth away, right? Talking about this eon, this age, right? This place is going to pass away. America, this whole country that these people think is going to run forever and is going to continue to be, you know, moving on and things are going to get better after the chip is mandated. No, this place is going to be running out of time, because after that, like I said, the Lord is going to destroy this place, man. That's why you ultimately don't want to take this device, man, because like I say, if you take it, then hey, you're going to be condemned, man. You see, you're going to be preserved for the destruction that's going to come upon this place. So it says, and the world passeth away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua abideth forever. You see? And like I said, that's what the elect are going to do. They're going to do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And they're ultimately not going to take that implantable device. You see? They're going to endure to the end, man, whatever it is, despitely, that might come their way. Because we know that, hey, there's going to be punishments that come for people that don't receive this mark. You see, as the beloved Apostle Gabar, he was going into on a lesson he made maybe about a week ago, saying that we will be beheaded, some of us, for not taking the mark. You see, which you're going to have brothers and sisters that are going to be martyrs. You see, that are going to have to face the guillotine and things of that nature, you know, ultimately for not receiving this charagma. You see, these are the things that are going to come, right? And all of it is scriptural, you see. So I'm going to get back into the video. I'm going to finish listening to what the woman is saying, all right?